Welcome to my unboxing video and a quick review also of the Google Nexus 4, which I received around 2 to 3 weeks ago. It was the second time that I ordered this phone. The first time there was a delivery estimate of 6 to 7 weeks and I cancelled it after 3 weeks, but on the second order I received it within 48 hours, and as you can see it is a very nice and attractive phone. Slightly heavier than my previous phone, which was the Galaxy S2. It does come with a micro USB cable and a little charging port, as you can see here, but there is no headphones that come with this phone. As you can see, the back, when catching the light correctly, it is very attractive and it does sparkle, although for the majority of the time you won't be looking at the back, and in my case I do have a case that covers the back altogether, so it is something that you won't really be noticing on a day-to-day basis if you have a case. On the back there's a speaker grill. On the front you can see a slight grid if you look carefully when the screen is off. On the right hand side you have your power button. On the top you've got a 3.5mm jack. On the left hand side you've got a volume rocker and your micro SIM port, and on the bottom you have your micro USB port. On my version of 16GB, as you can see, I've just got under 13GB available. On my phone I've got Nova Launcher, which is very quick, although stock Jelly Bean is also very fast. One of the slight downsides of the Nexus 4 is the Chrome browser, which, as you can see here, can sometimes be jittery, although other times it works perfectly. But I tend not to use it very often because of that unreliable performance. Even worse, as you can see here, is the Opera browser, which is very slow, and it was one of my favorite browsers on my previous phone, but on the Nexus 4 it's not very good at all. So my new default browser, as you can see, is very fast, is the Dolphin browser, and this is what I use on my Nexus 4. Very fast, very reliable, and much better than Chrome and Opera. Battery performance is probably slightly better than the Galaxy S2. As you can see the details there, there is a non-removable battery, and with light use this can easily last through a whole day. Gaming performance, it can run pretty much all the games you throw at it. Modern Combat, here I'm playing Shadowgun, although when playing games the phone can get quite hot, or I should say quite warm, and the battery does go down fairly quickly. The camera also is, in my opinion, a slight step down from the Galaxy S2. Although in daylight with good light it does produce good quality photos, but in lower light or indoor conditions there is a significant increase in graininess in your photos. And here's a sort of macro a couple of inches from the object I'm looking at here. Video performance on the Nexus 4 is also decent. I wouldn't say it's great, but it is capable of producing some good quality video. Here again I'm quite close, just a few inches from the aquarium. And the best thing about the video is that I do like the natural colours coming from using the Galaxy S2, where the colours were much more vivid. the much more natural colours of this phone is more pleasing and more realistic. Here is a cheap case I bought from Amazon. It was the cheapest one I could find, and with a phone that's got glass on the front and the back, it is probably going to become a requirement to have this. Overall, my rating is 8.5 out of 10. A couple notches down for the relative poor performing camera, and the battery is not quite as good, but still a great phone and highly recommended. Nexus 4.